Okay, good evening. I'd like to call our regular February 20th, 2024 council meeting. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance. Dear Lord, we ask for your blessings this evening for the people who have been called to lead this community in which we live, work, and play. Help us as leaders to not ask how do we fix issues, but how do we learn and how might we need to change and to whom do we listen? Lord, grant us this wisdom and courage to know and do what is right and good and true. May we all speak out when it's time to speak out and listen when it is time to listen. May we always be guided by the spirit of community, the spirit of justice, and the spirit of kindness. Lord, I pray you protect and watch over our citizens, our employees, and those who defend and protect our nation. We pray in the name that we hold so sacred and holy. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is the verbal roll call for council members present for the record.
Councilmember Back.
Present.
Councilmember Joel. Present. Councilmember Law.
Present.
Councilmember Perkins.
Present.
Councilmember Sexton.
Present.
Vice Mayor Atkins.
Present.
Mayor Nickerson.
Present. Before we continue, I'd like to read something. This is for everybody in this room, okay? This is a very important meeting this evening, and it is important that everyone understands that as mayor, I am the chair of this meeting. I will not tolerate anyone speaking out of order, and if anyone does so, I will ask one of our deputy sheriffs here this evening to remove you from the meeting for causing disruption. This includes all in attendance, city council members, citizens, and village employees. Next is the approval of the February 6, 2024 regular meeting minutes. Are there any corrections or changes to these minutes? All those in favor of accepting these minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no.
No. No.
Law director comments?
Thank you, Mayor. No, I don't. Thank you.
Next on the agenda is old business. Did anyone on council have any old business?
We received an email from somebody in the public, and I reached out to the gentleman and asked him if I could read it tonight, and he said absolutely. He said he thanked me for responding back to him, and to Gil, he said that was the only two that had responded back to him from the council, and I wanted to know that we appreciated his comments and his concerns. So I will first read this. Says, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to express some concerns I have observing regarding the proceedings and effectiveness of our city council. While I understand the complexities of municipal governance, it appears that certain aspects of our council operation merit attention. Firstly, there is a growing perception among members of our community that the council decisions may be unfair or biased. It is crucial for council to ensure transparency and equal representation to maintain the trust of the residents. Secondly, there seems to be a lack of governmental education among some council members, leading to situations where critical decisions are made without a comprehensive understanding of the issues at hand. This raises concerns about the overall effectiveness of the council in serving the community's best interest. Additionally, the appointment of individuals without request knowledge of background for specific positions may be contributing to I apologize for my pronunciation, as suboptimal outcomes. This complied with potential biases in decision-making processes, could have significant repercussions for the well-being of our community. Furthermore, the reoccurring pattern of allowing individuals to repetitively express the same ideas in meetings can hinder the efficiency of the council. It is essential to establish guidelines that promote meaningful contributions and streamline discussions for the benefit of all. I've also observed instances where certain council members seem more focused on expressing their personal opinions rather than considering the broader impact of the community. A balanced approach that takes into account the well-being of the entire community is vital for the success of our council. Additionally, there is an audience member who consistently expresses unwavering confidence in her opinions, often appearing to possesses an all-encompassing knowledge of every subject. While passionate engagement is commendable, it is equally important to create an environment that is encouraging a collaborative exchange of ideas and welcomes input from various community members while having truth behind what they speak. Lastly, a matter that has recently come to my attention has raised some concerns within the community. During a recent council member, the mayor mentioned not appointing a certain member due to a perceived lack of attendance since 2018 to the present. Upon further investigation, it has come to my knowledge that this particular council member was indeed a part of the council during some of the period. This has prompted me to question the accuracy of the statement and by extension, the transparency and truthfulness of the information presented. I bring these concerns to your attention, not as an attempt to criticize, but rather with a sincere desire to see our community thrive under effectiveness and fair governance. I believe that addressing these issues will contribute to a stronger, more cohesive council that can better serve the needs of our village. Thank you for your time and attention to these matters. I am hopeful that together we can work towards a council that reflects the best interests of our community. Sincerely, David Pullman. Going into my other things that I want to bring up, thank you for sending the email. I've received a lot of comments from the community since our last meeting. We have asked for more community involvement, but I was asked why we had 3 board positions open. And on 2 of the boards, there was 2 people applied. We all on the council get their letters. We see what their qualifications, what they say. And instead of, we're encouraging so much in community involvement, we appointed 1 person to all 3 boards. I don't know how to answer for them. I didn't agree with it myself. But the transparency, I understand what you're saying. We appointed 1 person to all 3 boards instead of giving each board, there was 3 boards, we could have gave 1 to each person. So I do hear you. I do appreciate you coming to me and asking me those questions. The other thing is, I had mentioned a couple times, I will bring it up again. The same 1 person had mentioned again, they don't come to the meetings. And especially after last meeting, they will never come. I have talked to the mayor about this a couple times. This doesn't just apply to the present mayor, I mentioned it prior, but I went to him a couple times. I want you to know I did. I have heard you, I have went to express the concerns for you. I appeal to you. I understand you don't want to come to meetings, but please reach out by emails. We all have emails. If you don't feel comfortable, I understand some of you don't because of afraid of what might happen. we have a village manager, we have an attorney there. Reach out to them. Let them know your concerns. I understand it's making it hard to get anything done with that. Again, I've had multiple people come to me wanting to know what is happening. This is not a council. This is not a council meeting. It's more like a TV show. And I have to admit, I'm shamed. I am absolutely shamed. It is awful how these meetings have been going. We are here to serve the entire community. We are here to make decisions on legislation that best fits the whole entire community, not one, two, not even our own personal. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I also had somebody reach out to me. It's more for JC and police chief. I can wait till comments till later if you want. I can do that at that point. But I just want you to know that the people who have reached out, we do hear you. Please come forward, email. You're not alone. We are here to do for everyone in this community. And I do appreciate your concerns, your comments, even the people who come here. Thank you. That's what I have on that one.
Anybody else on old business?
Is there any other members got anything about the comments they made in the sheet? Are they satisfied with their answers?
Talking about the minutes?
Yeah, the minutes.
We've already done the minutes.
So everybody's happy with it?
No.
Huh?
No.
Two didn't approve, right?
Yeah.
Two didn't approve. So what happens now? It's just approved and then it.
Well, that's part of old business. If you want to discuss what you don't approve. Of the minutes.
I just got back last night. I haven't had time to sit down with the video and this to be able to contrast each and every of it. So I can't approve something I haven't read over.
I have no complaint about it. So we've got two other ones here on this side. Any comments?
Table for right now, for review. You want to review this? We already done, yeah. Okay.
I would like to speak on that letter if I may, Mayor, on the Tammy thing.
Okay.
So, to David, applying, how he mentioned applying for, someone applying for 3 boards and the same person getting it. There was a time where I applied as well and didn't get it twice. So it's great that people are putting in for it. And I think that people voted based on who they felt fit the board at the time. That's all I have.
Anybody else?
I have a couple of updates. I just have a couple of updates. The sinkhole on Parkview, AES has been out there. It's not theirs. Apparently it's none of their stuff. Spectrum is out there. We're waiting to hear back from Spectrum because everything is under somebody's stuff. So hopefully they'll be back out there. We met with the gentleman about the Johnsville after the meeting last time. I had spoken to him I'd spoken to Soil and Water and a couple other people, and he had spoken to Scott prior. There's a pump that we put in the dry well that we're gonna look to make permanent. So we're looking at the electric, the boring, and the pump costs. And somebody asked about Bill Duncan's appointment to the 911 board, and I believe it's a 2-year appointment. I don't remember who asked that. Those are, I think, my updates.
I would like to just ask, did you ever, for the paperwork that I requested, have you got that or is it in the process?
That's what I laid on your,
Okay,
that's what I laid there.
so
The only thing you,
the only thing that I got was this.
no, oh, maybe I laid it at the wrong place. There you go.
Is it,
Yeah,
this?
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you have any follow-ups or any of the questions that I had, just in general, any of them?
I'm reaching out to the Y, I'm looking at some other things, so those are all in the works.
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, new business, resolution 2024-03, a resolution authorizing the temporary fee waiver of garage sale permit fees for May 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and for September 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, in order to facilitate a spring spruce up program and fall cleanup program in the municipality of New Lebanon. Council comments or questions addressing this resolution? No, no comment? No? Anyone from the public wishing to address this resolution, please step to the podium and state your name and address for the record. We have a motion to adopt resolution 2024-03.
So moved.
Second.
Councilmember Joy,
Yes.
Councilmember Locke,
Yes.
Councilmember Perkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Mayor Nickerson,
Yes.
Councilmember Back.
Yes.
Count 7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Okay, I do have some new business, so please be patient with me. This might take a little bit, okay? Fellow council members and citizens, it is our job as village council to be stewards of our community's integrity, accountability, and resources. Consequently, it is incumbent upon us to address any concerns that may undermine the trust, confidence, and well-being of our citizens. Recent events have brought to light issues regarding performance, conduct, and financial management within our village administration and police department. It is imperative that we respond with diligence to ensure that the interest of our community is safeguarded. In light of these concerns, I'm going to propose an amendment to the new business section of our agenda by adding several resolutions that will address the foregoing concerns I've just referenced. These resolutions are not an indictment, but rather a proactive step towards ensuring accountability and restoring public trust. Therefore, I move to introduce the following resolution for consideration. Accordingly, for the first resolution to be added to the agenda, I make the motion as follows. A resolution authorizing the village council to engage in McNamee Law Group LLC to serve as special counsel for the village of New Lebanon. This resolution authorizes the appointment of a special counsel and outlines the scope and parameters of their investigation. I urge the rest of this council to support this resolution to demonstrate our high standards of governance and accountability. I have resolutions here for council. Pass them down, please. That's 3. You got that. Okay, now I can read the resolutions or we can just continue. Everybody's got one. Would you like me to read the resolution? Yes.
Are you expecting these to be voted on tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, then I will go.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read each resolution then, okay? A resolution authorizing the village council to engage McNamee Law Group LLC to serve as a special counsel village of New Lebanon. Whereas recent events have brought to light issues regarding performance, conduct, and financial management within our village administration. It is crucial that we respond with diligence to ensure that the interest of our community and safeguarded. And whereas the village council has determined that it is in the best interest of the village to retain special counsel and consultant services to conduct an internal investigation into the administrative, financial, and legal affairs of the village of New Lebanon. And whereas Michael McNamee has presented a legal services agreement to the village, a copy of which is attached hereto, whereby McNamee Law Group shall serve as sole legal counsel with respect to the investigation of the village's administrative, financial, and legal affairs according to the terms and conditions set forth in the engagement letter as attached hereto as Exhibit A, hereinafter legal services agreement. And Mayor David Nickerson has proposed that the village execute the legal services agreement. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of New Lebanon, Montgomery County, Ohio, as follows. Section 1, that the village is hereby authorized to hire McNamee Law Group to serve as its special counsel for the Village of New Lebanon pursuant to the legal services agreement that shall include an investigation into public employees and conditions set forth by the legal services agreement as attached hereto in Exhibit A. Section 2, whereby number 1, McNamee Law Group shall have the authority to gather evidence, interview witnesses, review relevant documentation, and take any other necessary actions to complete a thorough investigation. Number 2, the village council shall provide the special counsel with the resources and support necessary to carry out their duties effectively. And number 3, the village council shall cooperate fully with the special counsel's investigation and shall provide access to all relevant information and personnel. Section 3, Mayor David Nickerson is authorized to execute the legal services agreement on behalf of the village. Section 4, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council that resulted in such formal action wherein meeting open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including but not limited to section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 5, that this resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption. I urge the rest, this resolution authorizes the appointment of a special counsel and outlines the scope and parameters of this investigation. I urge the rest of this council to support this resolution to demonstrate our high standards of governance and accountability. Okay, at this time, do I have a second for the motion?
So,
Second.
can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How much it will cost?
That's continuing. We got more to do.
Okay. So, what is it they're investigating?
Mr. McNamee, pro surfers.
Good evening, Mayor, Village Council. At this time, what I'm investigating as being appropriate for me until I am officially retained, and that is required us to be added to the agenda and then approved by the council. So if that occurs, I'll be happy to address those questions. And if we get past this first resolution, there's other resolutions that will make the scope of that investigation
Without knowing what the investigation is, how can we actually pass a resolution for him to investigate this?
Would you like for me to read all the resolutions and go back?
Well, you asked for a motion,
right,
to, and you asked for a second for this to be approved.
Right, and I have a second already.
But we don't even know what it's about.
It will continue through the resolutions.
Okay. Can I ask a question here?
Sure.
What you're reading is entirely different than what these resolutions are saying. Can I get a copy of what you're reading?
This one?
I don't think so. Because what you've been reading doesn't match anything I have here.
I apologize.
That's okay. Here.
You have a second?
Yes. Do you have one more question, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Do you have any information on this legal counsel or anything?
Yeah, as we continue with that.
You have that? Okay. Sorry, I didn't have this ahead of time to review it. Thank you.
So we have a second. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Lott,
No.
Councilmember Perkins,
No.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson.
Yes.
Councilmember Mack,
Yes.
Councilmember Jordan.
No.
4 yes, 3 no, motion carries.
As alluded to in resolution 2024.04 or -04, there is immediate need to conduct an investigation into the administrative, financial, legal affairs, and police affairs of the village of New Lebanon. Due to the ongoing nature of the investigation, I am limited in what I can say before you at this time. I bring before this council a resolution that addresses critical concerns regarding the performance, conduct, and financial management of numerous employees of the village of New Lebanon. Over recent months, we, along with outside state entities, including the Attorney General's office and the State Auditor's office, have monitored performance and conduct of numerous village employees. And unfortunately, it has become evident there are significant areas of concern. Instances of poor performance, misconduct, and potential financial misappropriations have come to our attention, necessitating immediate action to safeguard the interest of our community. In light of these serious concerns, it is imperative that we take decisive steps to address the situation without impediment. Therefore, I move to add the following resolution to the agenda. A resolution authorizing the village council to place village manager Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Nixon, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and service department Scott Brock on paid administrative leave during the pendency of the investigation or until further notice concerning the village's administrative, financial, legal affairs, and police affairs.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. It's my opinion that this is so broad and so general and so deviated that this council cannot, in good stead, analyze what they're voting on. There's no indication as to the cost that would be involved in this. There's no indication as to whether this is a budgetary item that has not been handled. There's no specifics involved as to what is actually being investigated or what is anticipated to be investigated. This is something that obviously the council was not advised of this prior to the meeting. The resolution was just passed out among all 70 council members, all 6 council members, and the mayor, of course, had his copies. It would be inappropriate to go through any process of adopting a resolution of this nature, and in fact, a resolution prior to it, without giving everybody a chance to more deeply understand what is going on and why it's going on. I would recommend that at the very minimum, the matter be tabled for an opportunity for the council to be more adequately informed as to the nature of who is being sought to be named as this special counsel and what specific areas are going to be investigated and what steps would be involved in that investigation. I think as a point of order, the council is entitled to have adequate notice of a motion of this nature and resolutions of this nature before they're voted on, and having them just now handed to them is not adequate notice.
Mr. Mack.
So we'll go ahead and just spell this out, okay? In terms of the nature of the investigation, the individuals that have been named, they will certainly be involved in the investigation. You've already listed the general nature of the improprieties. I've talked with the fraud division of the auditor of the state of Ohio. This matter has been referred to the state attorney general. I'm not at liberty to identify the scope and the nature and the depth of what will be investigated. But what is crystal clear, there is clear indications of impropriety, or this, Your Honor, would not have been contacted by the state auditor's office. So what the council member just said, there's no point of order here. You're merely adding items to the agenda. You've added one item to retain my firm. I've been in this business for 35 years. I currently represent the city of Englewood, the city of Fairborn. I'm general counsel and have been for 20 years for Miami Valley Communications Council, an organization that represents 32 different communities. And I represent a number of cities in Southwest Ohio. I'm clearly qualified. I know what I'm doing, and I know problems when I see them. There's problems brewing in this community, and decisive action needs to be taken. So that's my qualifications. I'm not saying anything more about the investigation. I suggest that you get the second item on the agenda, get the third item on the agenda, then let's vote on all three items.
Mayor, may I have, say something?
Furthermore, I have one more comment with regard to the notice requirements for Charter Section 2.11. So the resolution shall be introduced in writing together with motions may be adopted by a majority of council upon introduction without notice of waiting period.
Go ahead.
Oh, that was what I was going to ask you. Were you reading the answer? Thank you. I will have one more thing, if you don't mind, Mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
With the law director, I mean, I've heard previous council members that's on here now say they don't have enough time. I would like to have more time to look at this.
Okay, this is resolution, everybody ready? This is resolution 2024-05, a resolution authorizing the village council to place village manager Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Hinson, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and service superintendent Scott Brock on paid administrative leave during the pendency of the investigation or until further notice concerning the village's administrative, financial, legal affairs, and police affairs. Whereas the village council has determined that it must conduct an internal investigation of the village's administrative, financial, legal affairs, and police affairs, and whereas the village council has determined that it is in best interest of the village to place village manager Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Hinson, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and service department Scott Brock on paid administrative leave during the pendency of its investigation or until further notice concerning conduct and performance. And whereas Mayor David Nickerson has proposed that the village place Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Hinson, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and superintendent Scott Brock on paid administrative leave. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the council of the village of New Lebanon, Montgomery County, Ohio, as follows. Section 1, that the village is hereby authorized to place village manager Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Hinson, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and service department superintendent Scott Brock on paid administrative leave during the pendency of its investigation of the village's administrative, financial, and legal affairs. Section 2, during the pendency of the village's internal investigation, Glenn Madden, chief financial officer Philip Hinson, village law director Ronald Keener, police chief Curtis Hensley, and service department Scott Brock, number 1, shall not access, destroy, manipulate, tamper with, or otherwise revise any physical or digital documents, files, or records, including but not limited to correspondence and drafts of correspondence, emails, instant messages, text messages, voicemail, audio recordings, and files, photographs, digital photos or video, electronic presentations, spreadsheets, forms, schedules or worksheets, inter and intra-office memoranda, reports, comments, worksheets, plans, minutes, notes, notices or notifications, findings, memoranda, notes, records, summaries, or other reports of conferences, meetings, telephone conversations, executed or proposed agreements, contracts, proposals, diaries, desk calendars, appointment books, or telephone call books, affidavits, statements, and dispositions or summaries of excerpts thereof, stenographic notes, books and records, including but not limited to journals, ledgers, balance sheets, profit and loss statements, together with all adjustments to the same and all notes and memoranda concerning them, financial data, newspaper or magazine articles, pamphlets, books, text, magazines, journals, and publications, notepads, tabulations, calculations, or computations, schedules, drafts, forecasts and projections, pleading and court filings, checks and check stubs, drafts, forecasts and projections, check and check stubs front and back, records or transcripts of statements, dispositions, conversations, meetings, discussions, conferences, or interviews, whether in person or by telephone or by other means, work papers, printouts, or other stored information from computers or other information retention or processing systems, government reports, regulations, filings, or orders, and all the records kept by electronic, photographic, or mechanical means, and things similar to any of the foregoing, however dominated, except authorized and prescribed by law. Number 2, shall not access any village computer systems, email accounts, shared drives, and any other digital platform where documents or records are stored either by their own doing or by directing of any other person. And number 3, shall not communicate with village staff, contractors, or any other individuals involved in village affairs regarding documents, records, or village affairs. And number 4, shall not be present on, remain on, or have access to any village property via themselves or at the request of another person during the pendency of the village's investigation. Glenn Madden, Philip Hinson, Ronald Keener, Curtis Hensley, and Scott Brock shall turn over all village property they are currently in possession of as outlined in section 2, number 1, and any means of access, i.e. keys, computers, access cards, etc., to village property, and number 5, shall be relieved of all duties and responsibilities associated with respective positions during the pendency of the village's investigation, and number 6, shall refrain from performing any duties or exercising any authority associated with their respective position. Section 3, prior to exiting this meeting, Village Manager Glenn Madden, Chief Financial Officer Philip Hinson, Village Law Director Ronald Keener, Police Chief Curtis Hensley, and Service Department Scott Brock. Number 1, shall prior to exiting this meeting provide the sheriffs with the location and list of any and all property enumerated in sections 2, number 1, and 2, number 4 in your possession or that have access to that you do not currently have on your person or in your vehicle, regardless of its current location. And number 2, shall return all listed property provided to the sheriff's office to the village by 10 a.m. February, and this is a correction, this will be February 21st, tomorrow, by 10 a.m. 2024. Section 4, if it is determined that the village manager, Glenn Madden, Chief Financial Officer Philip Hinson, Village Law Director Ronald Keener, Police Chief Curtis Hensley, or Superintendent Scott Brock violates sections 2 or 3 of this resolution, did not provide a complete list of sheriff or fail to return any village property whatsoever, you shall be subject yourself to possible termination, unpaid leave, or and criminal action, including but not limited to conversion or theft. Section 5. It is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council and at any and all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were a meeting open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including but not limited to section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 6, that this resolution take effect immediately upon adoption and shall remain in effect until such time that the investigation is concluded and village council has taken appropriate action on its findings. At this time, Nicole Atkins, acting clerk of council for municipality of New Lebanon, Ohio, do hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and correct copy of resolution 2024-5 as passed by council and approved by the mayor at the same published as required in section 2.17 of the charter of municipality of New Lebanon.
Is there a third resolution?
There's a couple more, yes.
Not that's you just made a motion, that's the first, need a second.
Right, so do I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
I ask a question, what I'll do,
You're gonna become the acting clerk of course.
so basically taking all the
The
minute
roll
notes,
call, taking the roll call.
just the roll call. What about the minutes?
I'll let you do.
Councilmember cannot be an employee.
So do I have a motion to approve? Do you have a question? Go ahead.
In the charter, it does state you can't be an employee of the village, you can't be on council.
Yeah, I understand.
You have to sit down to those.
No. Who brought this up? Whose idea was this?
This is an accumulation of quite a few months of investigating.
But no, I would never notify the council.
As the attorney indicated.
Your Honor, I respectfully remind you of the admonishment that you gave before, that you're in charge of this meeting. People are not asking to be recognized. So if you first must ask, and then you must recognize. You have the option not to recognize. So this meeting is getting out of order, but please keep it in order.
Okay, thank you. So do I have a motion on this resolution?
Second.
Roll call, please. Okay, go ahead and do the roll call. Go ahead and just do the roll call, please.
Tammy,
No.
I don't even have everybody's name. Gail,
No.
Tim Bat,
Yes.
Mr. Wilkins,
No.
Melissa Saxton, yes. And then Nicole Atkins, I guess, yes.
One more.
Oh, Dave Nicholson.
Yes.
I don't got the
You're fine.
list in front of me.
So there's 5 yeses and 2 noes for this one, for this resolution. Okay. 3 noes, excuse me. 4 yeses, 3 noes. Okay.
Items on the agenda.
No. Okay, as alluded to resolution 2024-04, there's an immediate need to conduct an investigation into the administrative, financial, legal affairs, and police affairs of the village of New Lebanon. Due to the ongoing nature of this investigation, I'm limited in what I can say before you at this time. I bring before this council a resolution that addresses the critical concerns regarding the performance, conduct, and financial management of numerous employees of the village of New Lebanon. Over recent months, we, along with outside state entities, include Attorney General's Office and State Auditor's Office, have monitored the performance and conduct of numerous village employees, and unfortunately it's become evident that there are significant areas of concern. Instances of poor performance, misconduct, and potential financial misappropriation has come to our attention, necessitating immediate action to safeguard the interests of our community. In light of these serious concerns, it is imperative that we take decisive steps to address the situation without impediment. Therefore, I move to add the following resolution to the agenda. The agenda is a resolution also authorizing. You know what? I think I probably just read that twice, didn't I? All right, let's I read that one again. I apologize. Let's go on. Resolution 2024-5 seeks to place all the listed individuals on paid administrative leave pending a thorough investigation into the allegations of poor performance, misconduct, and potential financial misappropriation. I firmly believe that adopting this resolution is in the best interest of our village and aligns with our collective vision of this council to provide evident and fair government to ensure the delivery of essential services, implementation of policies set forth by council, and to ensure that we continue to strive for and do not stray from our status as a caring and sharing community, and providing a high quality of life to our citizens. This decision is not taken lightly, but it is essential to uphold the trust and accountability of our community rightfully expects from its leadership. By initiating this resolution, we demonstrate our unwavering commitment to transparency, accountability, and the well-being of New Lebanon. All right, let's see where we're at here.
Mayor Diaz?
No.
For a copy.
Oh, yeah, go get ready.
Thank you.
Mayor, just
Yes, go ahead, sir.
help you reset.
Yeah.
You're on resolution 2024-06.
06, that's all, get ready to do.
So if you would read that resolution in the record, make a motion.
Okay.
Add to the agenda, get a second. And have a vote.
Can you tell them we're rookie at this? I apologize. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, so resolution 2024-6. Let's try this. Made for me. Oh, well, they're stuck together again. Okay.
Other copies needed. We got it.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Thank you. Yep. All right, resolution 2024-06. A resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate, execute a contract and appoint an acting village manager during the pendency of the village's internal investigation. Whereas the village council has determined that it must conduct an internal investigation of its administrative, financial, and legal affairs. And whereas the village council recognizes the need for efficient governance and administrative continuity within the village. And whereas the position of village manager plays a crucial role in the day-to-day operations and management of the village, ensuring the delivery of essential services and the implementation of policies set forth by the council. And whereas the village council has determined and resolved that it is in the best interest of the village to place the current village manager, Glenn Madden, on paid administrative leave during the pendency of its internal investigation or until further notice via resolution number 2024-05. And whereas resolution 2024-05 necessitates the appointment of an acting village manager to ensure seamless transition and uninterrupted services to the community. And whereas Mayor David Nickerson, as a duly elected representative of the village, possesses the authority to engage in negotiations, execute contracts, and make internal appointments in the best interest of the village to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the village manager during the pendency of the village's internal investigation. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of New Lebanon, Montgomery County, Ohio, as follows. Section 1, that the mayor is hereby authorized to engage, negotiate, execute a contract, and subsequently appoint a qualified candidate as acting village manager to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the village manager as set forth in the New Lebanon Charter during the pendency of the village's internal investigation. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning the relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in open meeting to the council, and that any and all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including but not limited to section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, that this resolution take effect immediately upon adoption. This resolution, 2024-06, empowers me to engage in negotiation and appointment of acting village manager, outlining the parameters and responsibilities associated with this appointment. I urge you to recognize the importance of maintaining stability and continuity in our village's administration. With regard to 2024-06, do I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
I'll second.
Vice Mayor, would you do the roll again, please?
Councilmember Hawkins,
No.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins. Yes. Councilmember Back,
Yes.
Councilmember Joy,
No.
Councilmember Locke,
No.
Mayor Nicholson.
Yes.
We have 4 yeses, 2 noes, motion carries.
It's 3 noes.
3 noes, sorry, 3 noes.
Okay, so Your Honor, now you have all 3 resolutions on the agenda, so it's appropriate at this point to go with the first resolution for the council, which is 204, appointing Matthew Aldridge as special counsel to conduct the investigation as previously described. It is appropriate this time for somebody to make a motion to adopt resolution 2024-04, second, and then a roll call.
They already voted on it.
That was added to the agenda. Only to approve that ordinance.
That's not the way they wrote it.
Your Honor, she's out of order. Will you please tell her or ask her to be removed? We're not going to do this. Put the resolution to the vote. It's only on the agenda and needs to be voted on.
We're gonna vote on the resolution. And then Councilmember Hawkins.
This is resolution 2404. We need a vote to
I don't
approve.
have
2024.
We need a motion. We need a first.
Okay, resolution 2024-04, we're gonna be voting on. I need a motion.
Motion. Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Okay, Mr. Hawkins,
No.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Councilmember Back,
Yes.
okay, Councilmember Joy,
No.
Councilmember Locke,
No.
Mayor Nicholson,
Yes.
and then Vice Mayor Atkins, yes. So 4 yeses, 3 noes, motion carries.
Motion carries. Your Honor, the contract is appended to the back of that motion. You not have time to really review it. We're meeting tomorrow morning, so we can review it at that time and discuss it. And then if you feel it's appropriate, you know, for us to sign it, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, next motion that is on the table for approval is 2024-05. And that's for the termination of the suspension or paid leave for the 5 individuals that have previously been named. We need a first to approve the resolution, a second, and then a roll call.
Okay. We need a resolution number 2024-05. We need a motion.
Second.
We need a first and then a second.
Then of course,
I'll first.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
okay. Mayor Nicholson,
Yes.
Melissa Sexton,
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins,
No.
Del Joy,
No.
Tammy Law,
No.
Tim Back,
Yes.
okay. And then Vice Mayor Atkins, yes. That's 4 yeses, 3 noes, motion carries.
Mayor, I think you have something you want to say at this point?
Yes, at this time, Mr. Keener, Mr. Henson, Village Manager Glenn Madden, and Police Chief Curtis Hensley, you are excused from this meeting.
The items referenced. Council will give you a copy of each resolution. Give your items to the sheriff on your way out. To the extent that you don't have the items with you, you're to have them here tomorrow morning by 10 a.m.
Let's finish up here. Okay, let's finish up here.
Deputy, if you would make sure nobody goes in the office.
There's a miss. I'm gonna clarify. The sheriff's office has to be out here for the piece of the meeting of the other board and
Nobody's going to their office. Turn all of your functionality phones, computers, keys, keyboards on. You have access to the village computer system. How do you do that? You not have access to the village.
Mr. Mayor, the council member has a question you'd like to ask you. I don't know if I can answer it.
Sure. Do you have an idea approximately how long this is going to take?
Sorry, this investigation is just getting started. First of all, doesn't work that well. We'll get into it. I'll be working with state agencies as I get in contact with them, and I'll report back to village council as we go on.
So this came from the Attorney General's office?
So I'm not answering that question.
Please?
I'm not answering that question.
Okay. Next question.
Mayor, you authorized?
Yes, I do.
I asked the woman if I can talk to you. Okay? Thank you. Can they sue the village?
Anybody can sue anybody.
Huh?
Anybody can sue anybody.
I mean, if they're found not guilty, we're going to, you know, this can bankrupt the village of Lebanon.
Pure speculation with no basis.
What?
You're uttering pure speculation with no basis.
What I hope is pure speculation because the village of
The evidence I've seen today does not indicate that.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Next is administrative staff comments. We're going to continue on. Yes.
No.
Do you have a question for him? Are we in 2026?
That's correct.
Yeah, 2024-06.
okay. Resolution number 2024-06. I need a first and second motion.
I'm first.
I'll second.
Councilmember Perkins,
No.
Councilmember Sexton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins,
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson,
Yes.
Councilmember Back,
Yes.
Councilmember Joy,
No.
Councilmember Locke.
No.
We have 4 yes, 3 no's, motion carries.
Mayor,
Okay, okay. Well, wait on the 2 years. I don't want you to miss it. We'll just take a break for a minute. So, Mayor. Discretion.
Okay. I'm just informing that. Okay, it's not-
See?
Yeah.
Okay, next is administrative staff comments. Police chief's not here, so we'll skip that and we'll go straight to the fire chief. Fire chief, do you have any comments tonight, sir?
I do not. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone on the council have anything for the fire chief? Yes, ma'am.
Somebody come to me and asked, so I'm gonna ask you to, I believe you'd be the person. I had one for the officer of the police, but he's not here, so. I was asked, is it appropriate for council members to follow the fire be on site when there's things going on, so the safety issue is what they're asking, or if there's protocols or anything, and when they're on scene with something, she asked.
So by law, anyone has a right to be in the public right of way.
Right.
Outside of the scene. As far as inside of the scene, if it distracts from the operation of anybody as far as public safety, then that is a criminal offense.
All right, thank you. I hope that answers your question. All right, thank you.
Anything else for the fire chief? I don't have an answer for zoning compliance, so I guess we'll skip that. Chief Financial Officer, I think we'll hold off on the 2024 financial report like I did with the attorney, see which direction we'll go with that. Okay. Service Department Superintendent, he is not here also. I don't know if there's anything that's pertinent. Anybody have anything we need to bring up to the superintendent for the service department for right now? No. Nothing. We'll skip down to council member comments. Council members, anybody have comments?
Yes.
Who wants to go first? Mr. Joy?
I had plenty of things that I wanted to discuss tonight. I think at this point that I'm just going to sideline that because I have seen the agenda that is in play.
Okay, is that all, sir?
That's all.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Who's going to run the building?
That's in a plan. We're working on that. The resolutions has a person and we have people in place. Okay.
So you're not going to be an 8-hour person also?
That's yet to be seen. Okay.
Yeah. You're in charge.
Yes. Thank you. Vice Mayor comments.
I have nothing.
Any other council members? I'm sorry for the skip over.
The sheet, the public comment sheet.
Oh, yeah, we're through here.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we can do that now. I don't have any comments either for me tonight. We'll get right into public comments. Joshua Farley, 136 Brownwood Street.
I don't have too much this evening. I guess the only questions I have is, as the mayor started to explain the resolutions at the very beginning, it sounded to me like they started out as just a investigation into the financial limits on the city. I'm not too certain, but I guess I questioned Gail and Tammy and Mr. Perkins as to why no immediately to those things. Nobody? Okay. I was just questioning because it seemed like to me it was coming out as a transparency issue. It didn't seem like a big deal, but immediate opposition from you guys. So I don't know. Maybe they should broaden the investigation. Thank you guys. Good night.
Paul Boggs, 138 Glenada Court.
Paul Boggs, 138 Glenada Court. I am up here. I had questions for Linda Madden, but she's no longer here, so I want to thank you for looking into the village and looking out for the community. Thank you.
Tammy Joy requested we had it on the agenda. I don't think she's here tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you sitting back there.
Tammy Joy, first I'd come report. I did have a lot of questions tonight. A lot of them were moved since Glenna is no longer here. I feel this investigation is, unnecessary. We don't even know how much this is gonna cost, and, the village is audited all the time. So I don't understand why you're doing this, but obviously you have an agenda and now it is clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shannon Venus, 130 Bronwood Street.
Good evening. Of course, now I'm off track as well. I want to piggyback off what Ms. Joy just said, as far as we don't even know how much this is going to cost. Let's let that sink for a minute, because I've been coming out here since 2018, when all the previous council had no idea where money was going. You, sir, signed for a contract, not even knowing what the terms were. You, ma'am, signed for a contract, not even knowing what the terms were. So I don't want to hear this about how much it's going to cost us. If the AG and the state are getting involved, you as council members have a right to maybe take this seriously, right? You would think, not because it's your friend, right? Exactly, Tammy Locke. So I applaud you, because for the first time since 2018, there are people. Can I help you, Tammy? You're laughing at something. I'll wait till your attention's on me. Are you good now? Are you winking at me? Thanks. Are you ready? Okay. So yeah, since 2018, I've become Mr. Japoy. I went out and I got signatures for your petitions, right? You were the one that I talked to at a few different night outs about how you weren't happy how the municipal manager was performing, right? Melissa Sexton was with me. We had a lot of conversations on how council, they're kind of dead. Mr. Thompson, Doug Thompson, excellent council member. I wish he would come back. You know what he said? It's like dead people up here. Nothing gets accomplished. It's all puppets. It's all at the direction of one person. So when you have people here that are questioning ethics, morals, whatever, I mean, I try writing down as many notes as I can. Why wouldn't you? What are you afraid of? If there's nothing to hide, then the investigation should be over. Everybody will get their position back, correct? Correct, Mayor?
Correct.
So why not? You guys blow hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on other things. Why not? Seems like a smart thing to me. I'd rather have you guys spend some money if it's going to be doing the right thing, making things right, making sure we're doing things legally, morally, ethically. Maybe we might even have some more money to do some of these roads. Remember, I've done financial reports since 2018. I know more about this town than you do, and you've been sitting out there for a hell of a long time. So, you don't do anything wrong, you don't have anything to worry about, right? That's how I live every single day. And don't worry about it. So I applaud you guys. I appreciate it as a taxpayer, as a citizen. I applaud you guys. I know this is probably not easy to do. I don't see an agenda. I endorse a few of these people that actually, just having an open conversation, wanted to come in here with an open attitude, an open mind, start fresh. So I disagree with you on an agenda. But when you're at the state level with the AG and the state, I don't even think that's in any of your hands. Just my opinion. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think that was it. Do I have a motion to adjourn for this evening?
Second.
So moved.
Can we get a roll call, please? Here.
Councilmember Hawkins.
Yes.
Councilmember Sexton.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Atkins, yes. Mayor Nicholson.
Yes.
Councilmember Beck.
Yes.
Councilmember Joy.
Yes.
Councilmember Locke.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
authority do you think you have?
Sir, you're out of order.
No, no,
You're out of order.
The meeting's over.
The meeting's over. You're out of order.
I'm asking you a question.
You're not gonna approach me.
Go away. You're not on the council. Go away.
She had a question.
I'm not letting you get to that. He attacked me every single meeting and I can never take that.
You know that's her name. Yes.